Hi, it's Dr. Pavanka, and I just wanted to kind of put together a reminder video about avian influenza. Used to be a really hot topic for a couple of years there, and I think we've stopped talking about it as much. I think the last thing I saw in the news until recently was a cat on the west side of the US that ate raw chicken for the raw diet and ended up getting it through the raw chicken through the diet, which is one of the things I always am a little bit concerned with our raw foods, if they can get anything from it, because typically we try to kill any virus or bacteria through cooking. But that is something that we want to still keep an eye out, because we did just have in the news, I think on the 15th, and I'll put a screenshot of it at the end as well as a link to the article. We did have vultures that were, I think they found them dead in Ohio, that tested positive for avian influenza. Now, this is a big topic because there are flyways where all of the songbirds and migratory birds go, and that really spreads this virus, this avian influenza, the flu virus for birds. The last time I went to a lecture, and it was a couple years back, put on by the USDA, it sounded like they were less concerned about people who weren't living in close contact with birds, but people can get it, and it sounds like it's more flu-like congestion stuff, which is going around right now. But it sounded like the receptors for humans are deeper in the lungs. I don't know if that's been disproven in the I think 2 years since I've heard that. But in general, when we're talking about avian influenza, we're typically talking about either poultry that you're using for production for eggs or meat, or we're talking our pet birds. But what you need to do to help prevent that is to have closed flocks, don't have any new birds come in without testing, and to make sure that if there are any like bird baths, pools of water, areas that migratory birds might want to stop, try to limit those and have more biocontrol of your flock. Don't have them free ranging, which is sad because a lot of them do like to free range, but that's where I lost a lot of mine to predators. But really try to control what gets near the birds so that they can't have that transmission, because typically with avian influenza, if they do test positive, you're looking at the whole farm being depopulated, because it's 100% fatal once they get it. I think there was one bird, and I want to say it was an emu, that lived and survived after that. But typically you're looking at being very, very strict with not having any fomites, which would be anything that could get that virus on it that could spread. So shoes, cleaning materials like brooms, mops, things like that. There's no sharing that between any birds that could be positive and whatever birds you have. Again, humans can get it and other animals can get it from birds. But typically what we're worried most about is birds, and those songbirds are the ones we're very concerned about, as well as our waterfowl and different birds that we have. But that is my quick spiel on avian influenza. I'm going to go ahead and put a screenshot of what that news article looked like, and then I will put a link in that in the video if you are interested in looking into that a little bit deeper.